Hi, and welcome to my channel on my plants. My name is Jen, and today I have lots of early March philodendron propagations that I'm going to pot up. I'm going to put this on a pole, I think. What is this? Not caramel marble. Ring of Fire, philodendron ring of fire, and some philodendron Paraiso verde, which just looking mostly verde. And I think I'm going to put that on a pole too. I think I got like 5 of them maybe. And then some miscellaneous propagations from Mandula pothos, I think. I was going to say pearls and jade. I don't know. I think some of it's pearls and jade, some of it's Mandula. But I'm potting it all together. This is actually going to be a gift for someone, so. I did finally manage to get a new mic, so if the sound isn't great with it, bear with me, because this is the first time I've used it. And I've still got all the papers all over the place. Hopefully the noise canceling is good, because it's loud in here today. I guess we'll start with the early March cuttings. It's just a little bitty terrarium thing, and it's just kind of stuffed full of them. Plus there's a vase of it here. There's probably more somewhere, I just don't know where, and I don't feel like looking for it. I just potted some, so I have one pot of it already somewhere from the same plant. I just kind of mowed the whole thing down. Where am I putting this guy for now? Look at me. Okay, yes. So I've got this pot. I think maybe they'll fit all in that pot. It might be tight. I'm gonna do it anyway. My soil, same soil mix I always use. First, I guess I need a towel because I'm gonna pull these all out of that water. They've just been chilling in water. Where's my dish towels? Found it. Seems like I'm always picking on this towel. There for now. Move you guys over here. Okay. My glasses, that's a good way to get them broker. They're already broke. Alright. So we're just going to pull these out of here. See what's going on. I do see lots of new white root growth, so that's cool. Huh? Sounds like something happened. Did you knock a plant down? My poles. Okay. So they all kind of look pretty much the same to me. Similar amounts of root growth. Hold on, I can't see. I don't know if you can either. Let's get you in here a bit. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see there. Some nice white roots. They all kind of have the same thing going on. If they don't, I'm probably going to pot them anyway. I don't think I've ever really had much of a problem with this plant rooting and growing, and I'm 100% sure they're not going to fit in the pot I wanted to put them in.
Groundbreaking information to share.
What?
This is my Dolly Parton shirt. It says, "What would Dolly do?" And she has a gun.
Well, I guess we kind of know what she'll do.
Jolene.
Okay, yeah, they're not going to fit in the pot I had in mind. I'm going to leave it. I'm pretty sure they're not going to fit in this pot that I wanted to put them in. Or they will, but there will be no room for the roots to grow. I have to go outside and get another pot. Hold tight, I'll be back. Isn't that funny? History repeats itself. This is the pot that plant originally came out of before I mowed it down. It was living in this, but it was just much taller than what I'm getting ready to put in here. I guess it's tall enough. That's the thing with early March. If you want a plant that really just grows and does not care, that's a good one. Got some freezing cold rainwater in the bottom of it, and dirt, and mud. But I'm still going to use it. I think I'm just going to go hose this out. I'm tempted to hose it out here, but I'm wondering if that dirt will just flush through, or is it going to clog my sink? I'm the plumber, so it's fine. Okay, not perfect. Better? Yes. Dripping everywhere. Paper towels. Yeah, I'm so scattered. The holidays completely fried my entire brain. My capacity for thought is very low, especially for coherent and meaningful thought. But I am trying. Did y'all do anything great for New Year's? I did not. Well, I mean, it was great to me. I didn't go anywhere or do anything. I just kind of stayed home. Where I would normally go, they are all sick with the plague. So, yes. They weren't doing anything anyway, obviously. But the bottom of this doesn't seem very sturdy. Still going to use it, though. Okay, so I went up quite a few pot sizes from what I thought was going to work to what I'm fairly certain will work. And I'm going to need a lot more soil than I thought too. I have some mixed. I think it's enough. But yeah, so what I did I've got a leaf, piece of maple leaf. So what I did instead was I just kind of sat here around the house because I wasn't feeling that great. I had like a headache that wouldn't quit. No, I've stopped up the sink. I knew it. I knew it. I had a headache, so I just kind of kicked it around here. And now we're all sick anyway, so. I don't really feel that bad, though. I mean, I don't feel good, but I've certainly felt worse before. All right, I'm going to get some of this soil on the bottom of this enormous planter. Oh, because none of them are going to reach anywhere near the bottom for quite a while. So I'm going to put it in there. Anyway. Earthy. I'm probably going to have to mix more soil. Wow. This is a really big pot. Let's put some bark in that. Chunk that up a bit. Because like I said, they're not going to reach the bottom of that for a long time. Wait, should I have just done 2 pots of this? I'm making a terrible mistake. Then I could give one away. Maybe. Maybe that was a plan and I'm making a mistake. I'm going to do that. I just did all that for nothing. Just goes to show how plans change. Especially when your mind doesn't work. I guess I'm going to put this back outside. Are y'all ever just fully convinced that you're like doing the most to accomplish the least? Okay, so we're going to fill this pot. And back to the original pot. And I am going to make it a little bit chunkier because I'm realizing that I ran out of bark. But that there's less bark in there than I thought. Alright, so I'm just adding some of this orchid potting mix coarse blend. Maybe about 1/3 of this bag. I'm going to add to what I had there, which already had some in it, but like I said, I ran out. Okay. So much hair. And it's actually cold here now, too. I'm just going to toss it around a little bit, mix it in. Oh, this pot is falling apart. The one I'm stirring with, mixing. stirring, shuffling. It's actually gotten cold here lately. When I say cold, I mean highs in the 40s the last few days, which is pretty typical, I guess, for this time of year, for early January. No snow here yet, though. I think my daughter said they had snow about 40 minutes from here. Like, nothing that's stuck, just flurries, I guess, which is lovely. I like snow. I do. But then again, I usually don't have to drive in it, so of course I'd like it, you know. I get to enjoy all the fun parts of there being snow without having to go muck around in it. Now we will, because we have some big we have two four-wheel drive vehicles, so we'll go and help people get to work in town if they can't, if their vehicle won't make it or their usual mode of transportation is out of order. Nurses and stuff like that will go give them a ride if they need it. So weird. They really haven't been in there that long, and these have like twisted themselves together. Oh no, they're actually one piece anyway. I just thought they were so twisted up that they had become one piece. But it grew really, really weird. Alright, this one has killed itself. Choked itself because of where it decided to grow. I am going to try to pull off some of the yellow leaves because some of them are yellowing. Not that it particularly bothers me, but you know, we're potting it up and starting it fresh, so it might as well look so fresh and so clean. Wow, look at that. They really did do the most while they were rooting. I'm starting to think 2 pots isn't going to be enough to contain this. Oh my. This plant is just, it really is a grower. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this rotten down here? It's got a broken spot. I'm going to chop that off. Just because I think there's no sign of rot. But let's not beg for trouble where there is none. Got leaves everywhere. Okay. I think that's all that's actually going to fit in this pot, where I'm going to be repotting it much sooner than I had planned. And that's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Okay. To my little cup now. So my daughter got successfully moved, the youngest girl. She was in, I think, my last video. I'm pretty sure that's the order I would have uploaded these in. But yeah, she got moved successfully, and I do miss her already. She's my little buddy. But I'm excited for her at the same time. She's getting ready to start the university experience. I think she wants to be a mortician, something like that. So she's got a long ways to go, but she's getting started, so that's good. Proud of her. Proud of her for getting going. And I think that's a pretty decent job because you're going to be employed pretty much wherever you go. As long as there's other people there, you'll always have a job. And I think job security is kind of important to most people. At least as much of it as we can get. We all want to know that we have a job. Is that a phone? I don't know if you heard that. I heard a weird noise. It probably was just my phone, but I can't hear. So much hair. I really need a haircut. And smaller pants. Got a root sticking up. It seems like I'm doing a lot of work bending all the way down here to get the soil, but I guess I could put it back there, but then I have to walk back and forth to get the soil. There's just no super lazy shortcut when it comes to repotting plants. I guess there is actually, just don't repot it. Or don't pot it, because I'm not repotting this really. I'm potting propagations of it. Right? It's a great plant though. I just got tired of it being, 3-4 foot tall, whatever it was, and kind of sprawling everywhere. But as fast as it grows, I don't think it'll be any time at all before it's doing that again. So it's okay. I'll just mow it down again, that's all. All right. Oh, that's so funny looking. Very bizarre, very bizarre. It's fine. All right, I'm gonna wash that. I previously used that little thing for fish. Like, if I had to treat a fish or something like that, I would put him in there and then put him in this little small aquarium. I don't medicate the whole aquarium, I just medicate the fish and something smaller. But, yeah, isolate. What am I doing? I'm going to attempt that. I still don't think very many are going to fit. So now instead of having one big pot of this, I've got several small ones. I'm doing a wonderful job. Well, that's 2 so far. So, does this one have any new root growth? I think this one actually might don't. Oh yeah, it's got one little teeny one. Okay, these roots are doing the most. They're long, some of them are very long, and they were just the aerial roots that I fully expected to just rot. They haven't. Some of them have grown like secondary roots from them. Can't speak, that's broke. Scissors, oh, right here. You broke there? No. Alright, good enough. And where I've cut them, they may actually just die now because they've been cut. Seems like anytime you give a root a boo-boo, that's where they want to die and rot from. But this plant is so tough. That could rot all the way back and the plant would still be fine. That's just how tough they are. I'm just removing some old sheaves, tidying it up as we go. We're attempting to. That one. I'm really getting ready to overstuff this pot. Yellow leaf. Yellowing leaf. Roots look okay. Wow, there's already more roots in this little pot than there were in that whole other pot. But I'm really going to pack it still. And we're just going to hope that it roots down. We're going to hope. Yeah, I see where its secondary root is coming from. But then I also see a break on this one. We're just going to cut it at the break. Alright. Phew, I don't know how many more I can fit in here. Maybe 1 or 2. Oh good, this one has shorter roots. That's helpful. That's helpful. And squish them together like a bouquet. Yeah. Alright. See if I can actually get my soil bin up here. Maybe I should move them off of that. Since they're mostly dry now and not going to be dripping everywhere. Oop. Okay. Still a lot of plant material there to pot up. A lot. Oh shoot, and I forgot these ones too. Can I fit one more? I can if it has small roots. I'm going to have to repot this by summer. There's just no way around that. Do that one. Is it standing off the edge there? Off the edge of the screen? I don't know. All right. One more. I'm glutton for punishment because this is not going to go well long term. It's just too much plant and not enough pot. But at the same time, a lot of them, the roots are so small. Like, I guess you can see that. The roots are so small that I really don't want to inundate them either, but I don't know. We're just going to hope for the best here. As I do. Alright, squish my bouquet, get around the edges. I am definitely giving some of this plant away. It's a lady I met on Facebook who's local to me. She's just had surgery, and I guess she's just starting out, with the houseplant hobby, and she was asking if anybody had any, cuttings or anything like that they'd be willing to share with her. And I was like, what do you want? Like, what are you looking for? I'm always happy to share. So yeah, she's just had surgery, and I guess she's kind of chilling at home, so I'm gonna bring her some by. I was gonna do it today, but I don't think I'm gonna do it today because I am unwell, and I think the last thing you really want to do is make somebody who just had surgery sick. So I'll probably message her and let her know that, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, but I'm still gonna bring them to you, I promise. You just don't want my cooties right now. So yeah, fun stuff. But I hope she doesn't think I'm like blowing her off. I'm always worried people think I'm blowing them off or something. I'm never blowing anyone off. Number one, I'm a flake. I forget what I said when I said it. I forget that you sent me a message, and I'll reply 2 months later and be like, "Oops." It's not intended as a slight, I assure you. It's just me being me, unfortunately. That's the truth of it. Okay, that over there to be watered in. Oh my gosh, one more. I had other plans for those pots. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. What can I jam those into? What is the same thing to say? What can I jam these in? I've got a square pot right here with dead leaves on it and roots. Got 9,000 pots around here. I don't know why I act like I can't leave this room. I have to use one of these. I guess I'm using this square one. I don't think I had it intended for anything else anyway. Maybe if you just twist them, they'll just go in there and behave. The longer roots, I mean. Twist. That didn't work. Okay, so poke and tuck. Smash and jab. Alright, there. That'll work. Uh-huh. It's funny. I put off repotting and potting things way too long. Much of the time. Here lately I haven't. So that's good for me, I guess. I've actually been pretty good at getting things done in a timely manner. Well, plant-related things anyway. If I could translate to the rest of my life, it would be great. That would be great. These woodies. Alright. Alright, we'll put that aside, dump some water on it, see if it needs more soil. Okay. Am I overheating yet? Not yet. Not yet. Shoot, I forgot this one. Daggone. I have these ones that I just repotted plants out of. Here we go. Looks like I have some very sad Tenanthe in here too. That has no roots, barely has any leaves. Why was I trying to save those? I do have a whole plant of this. Tenanthe Liberziana, I think it was. Oh, okay. So, you guys hang out like that. This one, this one. Great day. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be at all useful. This little bitty pot. I'm just packing them in again. The roots, I mean. Hopefully it makes it until I'm less lazy and find a better pot. I guess that's why I have actually been doing my plant tours in a timely manner, like I said, is because I'm just jamming them. I am not necessarily doing things the right way. I'm just getting them done. Just getting them done. Like I said, I'm sure it'll be fine because this plant is so tough. It'll just mean that I have to water it a lot more frequently than I generally care to water it. Look, there's already a root sticking out the bottom. You see it? With my weird lighting? I don't know. Yeah, that's not ideal. Not ideal. It's fine. Everything is fine. Alright. Same thing. Set it aside, water it, and see if I need to chop that up after I water it in. That poor new root. Alright. I think I'm going to turn that off so it doesn't overheat because it's quite warm in here. That and the lighting is getting weird. The sun's setting, so yeah. Wait till that moves. I'm gonna mix up some more soil and then I'll be back. Okay, so I kind of tidied up my mess a little bit. And I have the Philodendron Paraíso Verde now that I'm gonna attempt to put on a pole. I don't know what I did with the pole. But anyway, well, I say one, but I think it's 5 or 6. I don't know. I found my pole. Alright, I'm gonna stick that there. I'm gonna try to hurry up and do this because my daughter is coming to get her kitty, her cat. She left her cat here the other day, just so that they could kind of get stuff together before they brought him. So, yes. They're just sitting in this pot. This is the pot that I intend to put all these in. Let's see. I got a cup of some that are just rooting in some water. How many's in here? I think it's 2. 1. No, it's 3. There's 3 in the cup of water, and then 3 and 4 more. So 7 I'm going to try to jam in this pot. Guarantee by summer there won't be any soil left. It'll just all be roots. That'll be fun. Alright. I'm going to unpot them right into the pot. So any soil that falls in there. What? This is Hoya Papachonii. It's like somebody went around my collection and just put the wrong things in the wrong plants to make me feel insane. That's in there rather well. Oh my gosh. I'm going to rip all the roots off before I get it out. I'm really pulling on that too. Must be just grabbing everywhere in the pot or something. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of roots actually. I don't know if you can see them. But it was doing a thing in there. Alright, I am not going to get all of those loosened. There's just no way it's going to happen without me just tearing them up. Another one here. Also has a fair amount of roots. They were starting to wind around the bottom. Great day. Alright. Two. The third one. This one is really dry. And that's 3. Again, the roots were winding around the bottom. This plant is growing roots enthusiastically at least. 3, and then the fourth one, which was also in a pot. Okay. Like I said, I'm not too worried about disrupting the roots, whether I do or whether I don't. So I'm opting not to do it any more than I already have. A little bit more. Why are my poles always crooked? This is my life. A little bit more soil down here. Okay. These are already all growing pretty decent aerial roots, which doesn't surprise me. Velcro. Where did I put the scissors? I got 8-mile long pieces of Velcro again, as usual. They're not that long, but they're longer than I want to deal with. Trying to wrap through this hole. So, I'm going to shorten it just a smidge. I appreciate that you can't see what I'm doing on the back side of this pole. But I'm just Velcroing it, or plant taping it, whatever you'd call that, through the mesh and around the stem. Hopefully. It's fidgety. It's fidgety. Especially for somebody who can't see, isn't the most coordinated, and jitters like I drink gallons of coffee every morning. So, it's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, there's one. One, 2. And 3. Maybe. Yep. 3 is gonna go there. And then 4. It's gonna go over here, maybe. Oh, I might have to break his roots up some. Or at least smush them. There we go. Smush and smash. That's the method we're going with. Of course, I got it twisted the wrong way. Alright. So that's 4 in the pot. This is a bad plan. I'm going to have to up pot this probably pretty soon. I'll wait till it grabs the pole and then I will. Maybe it'll make my life easier. Okay. I'm just going to fill on these guys a little bit. Try to get some of them stuck to the pole. What did I do with that Velcro? This is the story of my life. I have a whole snarl of it. Why don't I just pick another piece? A really Long Velcro. Oh, I found 2 smaller pieces. Okay. I've had this plant on a pole before, and it was like a quick one. It was like it quickly grabbed and just ran right up to the top of it. And that's actually why I chopped it down rather than extending its pole. I think I chopped it down in the spring. So these were all 1-leaf cuttings. It was 7 leaves, and they were all just 1 leaf. But here we are. So I don't think I lost any cuttings from this plant. They all just took right off. Where do I want to pin this? Yeah, I was really surprised that they all have grown this much and rooted as much. I want to say spring. It might have even been as late as like May that I did it. This plant obviously was not offended by my behavior. Or if it was, it never let on that it was. Alright, have I gotten those, what is it, 4 pins? No, I don't. The one. I guess it's kind of short to pin at the moment. I'll let it go. We'll let it go for now. Alright. I'm going to need a little bit more soil down there. So I've got 3 of the 4 pinned. And then I've got these 3. You got to see the roots on these things. I don't know. Something about it just makes me a little uncomfortable. The way those roots look. Is that not a little creepy? I mean, I don't know. Something about them's a little unsettling. I don't even know what really, but it's just a little unsettling to me. So yeah, 3 in here. I'm going to stick this guy right here. And just kind of lean him towards the pole. Get your roots down, sir. Behave. Okay. I am smashing a leaf behind this plant. Trying to get it to sit where I want it to sit. It's going to be a snaggle. This plant is weird too. I've heard a lot of people say that the variegation is heat/light dependent. I don't know. If you look at this plant, I will show you some close-ups of it. Probably now while I'm standing here, I'll put that over. But some of it has wonderful variegation. Some of it doesn't. This, I don't know. I don't think I didn't. This plant did not go outside. So it really didn't grow in like the heat or the humidity of the greenhouse like some of my other plants did. And the variegation on it is very hit and miss. So I don't know that I buy, oh, it's heat dependent, even though some of the probably way more experienced plant people than me have said so. This plant, it does what it wants when it wants. None of it was variegated when I chopped it up. None of it. All of the variegation had gone. So there's no mother leaves left, I don't think. I don't know, there might actually be right here one. But either way, it was all green. And now it's a kind of mix. Some of the plants are more variegated than others. Some I don't think are showing any. I'm not sure. But, you know, you can determine that for yourself when I show you. kind of a close-up of what it looks like now, because I don't know. I really don't know. What the variegation on this plant is dependent upon. I feed it, I give it as much light as I can manage, and I try to keep it warm. But, you know, when I say I try to keep it warm, it grows in temperatures that are sometimes around 60 degrees. Because sometimes the temperature in my house is around 60 degrees, which might sound cold, but it's not cold. It's not rooms that we're constantly in. So, like when I say it might get to 60, it's a spare room or a my laundry room. You know, when it's not being used, the temperature does kind of go down in there quite a bit. It can be a bit cooler in there. All right, I'm going to slam this around just to settle it. All right. So that's this one on a pole. I have one more to do, but since I think my daughter's going to be here soon, I'll be back again because I'm going to try to hang out with her while she's here, and I don't want to be trying to record while she's trying to get in and out of the door, which is right there. So I'll be back. Okay, it's actually been, I don't know, a few days since I started this video. I am unwell, so I'm carrying on where I left off though. So this is Ring of Fire, Philodendron Ring of Fire. Sounds right. We have weird lighting again. I'm sorry. Maybe if I close that curtain. Let me try that. Okay, I guess that's less weird. But yes, Ring of Fire. It's starting to lay over in the pot, like it's going to crawl somewhere. It's not a crawler, I don't think. If it is, it's not anymore. So I'm going to put it on this pole. And I have a pot that's slightly larger. Right here, if I can get it out of the cover pot that I mashed it down into. It's only slightly larger than what it's already in. So I'm hoping it'll fit in this with the pole. I don't know, we'll see. And then this cover pot just to keep it from dripping all over my furniture slash floor. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're gonna do this. Whoa, what was this for? Oh, that is for that. Told you I'm not well. So I'm not worried about the old soil. There's nothing wrong with the soil that it's in. So I am going to let it fall into the bottom of the new pot. Ooh, maybe. I might need I said ow. It was a leaf that hit me. It was not painful. I might need a handy dandy kitchen tool to get this out of here. Sticky. Maybe not. We'll see. Oh, there it goes. Maybe I should get you down here where you can actually see, huh? Oh, check it out. We have roots. And I can smell that I broke some. Can you see them? Why is it so dark? It's so dark. I don't know. I have a ring light on. I don't know. It's just not doing the thing today. Sorry. Sorry. All right, put that over here. Gotta get dirt in my sink. Move this out of the way for the moment. I think I am going to try to loosen these roots just a little bit, whereas I have to have a pole on the side where the aerial roots are coming from. So, and I don't want to completely mash the roots on that side. There's actually quite a few. Which way are you going to lean? I might actually lean this way. I'm just trying to see like where the pattern, the previous and existing pattern of petioles slash roots, to see which way I need to lean this for it to make contact with the pole and not mash petioles to the best of my ability. Not that I have a great ability or anything, but to the best of what I do have. So, I think I already said this, but my youngest daughter has moved out, fully moved out. She's been at the new place for not quite a week yet. Now my oldest daughter has been moved on for quite a while, a couple years I think. She's getting ready to move again, but not here, so it's fine. But my middle daughter now, she came down here yesterday or day before. She does live here, and told me that she's moving in March. So for the first time in over 2 decades, I'm not going to have any children in my home, adult or otherwise. It's very strange. Very strange. It's weird because I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm also enthusiastic. I will be an empty nester. And that means if I ever get this house finished, I will actually have 3 bonus rooms. I'll probably leave one as a guest room, because you never know. The last time my middle daughter moved out, she was back about a year later, I guess. I can't remember. Well, other than college. So, you know, always leave room for them. Well, I guess you don't have to, but I choose to. I want my children to know that they can always count on me. And I will always be here for them. You know, I actually tore some roots, so I think I am going to discard this soil just because I don't want that root down in there rotting later. Pardon my extremely full and gross trash can, if you can see it. Somebody will take out the trash eventually. None of us are feeling great. None of us are. So everything's kind of, to be honest, gone to hell in a handbasket. None of us are so sick that we're like down, but we're sick enough that we're not really going anywhere or doing anything. Even around the house, we're doing what we have to survive, which is basically feeding ourselves and washing our booties. And even that's a struggle. I just kind of get in the shower and stand there and stare at the wall lately. I'm sure just letting the water run over me is better than not getting in here at all. That really sounds gross. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just don't have a whole lot in me. Hold on, I'll put this lid. No, I won't. I'll just point you down. I was going to say I'll put this lid back on here so you can see. But then I need to get the soil out of there. So hold on. Let me figure this out. Brain no work. Okay. Hold up. Ding, 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 ding. Is that in the frame? Yes. Okay, I guess maybe that's better. It's further away, but at the same time, it's offering more, I think. And maybe the light's better. I moved the ring light even closer. So, I don't know. I'm hopeful that you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I love this plant. It reminds me of, well, because it's very similar, philodendron narrow or tiger tooth, or I can't remember what all they've called it. Or, well, I hear it's 2 different plants, but I've had plants that were called both. I noticed no difference, not in the way they grew, not in the way that they died. And it was a copper leaf spot or a bacterial leaf spot that I gave up on eventually. Am I doing this the right way? Help! Don't be a creeper! My daughter's creeping through here. It's a true story. Heavy breathing and all.
You're welcome. The people love me.
Yeah, they do. It's because you're so cool and hip.
The autistic Riz.
She said autistic Riz. I don't know if anybody could hear her, but that's what she said. All right, I think I'm going to go with this and hope that it gets itself together and grows in the in the proper direction. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about my daughter being the strange lass that she is. The potty mouth one. That's the one who's leaving me in, I think she said March. But yeah. Oh. Oh, Mika, what did you do? Her dog knocked over a empty soda, like a 12 pack of cans box from some soda, and she's like staring at it like it's gonna come get her. Why? Why can't we just be straight? It's just not meant to be. Man poles. I think every plant I've repotted, it looks straight on one surface, and then I'll look at it, like set it in the floor somewhere and look at it, and I'll be like, why is that so crooked? It's because no surface in this house is level. No floor in this house is level. I'm sure they started out that way 240 years ago or whenever this house was built. It was originally a 4-room house, like a farmhouse. I wouldn't even call it a salt box because it's smaller than a salt box style house. Or the original part was the original 4 rooms, which were the 2 living rooms and then the 2 rooms upstairs. There was no indoor plumbing, so they turned like a pantry / closet upstairs into a bathroom. And then it's been added on to over the years. Like there's a bathroom here. This is all new. Well, I say new. It's probably been here since the 60s, 70s. I don't know. It was here before I was, I'll put it that way. And we haven't really added on to anything, but we've knocked some walls out. I think we put 1 wall in and knocked 2 out. So 2? Yeah, 2. Just because it's cut up funny, and it's still cut up funny, but it's the nature of an old house. I don't know. Am I creeping further and further where you can't see? Well, it fails. Thump it. I think that's okay. Your face will never itch till your hands are dirty. Promises, promises. I think I might not even have to. No, I do. Velcro. I was going to say I might not even have to like support this because it might just lean where I want it to. And it will until you move it or bump it or something. And then it's not wanting to stay put. I'm pretty sure if I put it that way, I don't know. I was going to say I'm pretty sure if I put it that way, the next leaf won't grab. But, you know, it might take some training to get this guy to do what I want it to do. I probably should have pulled it a while ago, but I didn't. So here we are in January, fighting with a plant. I'm giggling to myself because I'm thinking I have a birthday soon, and I'm going to be even more 40. Even more 40. Not in my later 40s, just even more 40. Is that a thing? Can I claim that? I can, and I do believe I can in good conscience. All right, let me get my rack so I can move this out of the way. But yeah, so that's a thing. My birthday is a thing. And I really don't, everybody, like my family, keeps asking, you know, what do you want for your birthday? And I pretty much told them all the same thing that I said for Christmas, which apparently, why am I leaving this fertilizer in here? In my way. Which is basically that I don't need anything, and I don't really want anything, which is an answer everybody hates. Everybody wants to hear, you know, buy me some junk. Socks. You know, they want to be able to buy you something, but I really wish they'd just save their money. There's nothing I really want or need. And like they offer to buy me plants or take me plant shopping, and like that's great, but it's winter time. I have my hands full currently. I don't know why I insist on using things that aren't the proper thing for watering. Bye, Mickey. But I do. But yeah, so I'm not really thinking about purchasing new plants right now, or, you know, anything like that. But I mean, soon, you know, as soon as we get a few days in the 70s again, it probably won't even have to be 70. Who am I kidding? As soon as we have nights that are consistently warm, I'll be like, trades, plant shopping. Which isn't to say I won't go plant shopping for the rest of the winter, because I will. I I don't know, a week ago, honestly. And I got some stuff. But I'm not showing it yet. I'm doing a collective haul. At the end of this month, I'll do one. Because I'm sure I'll go somewhere again. But I mean, as far as like shopping or wish list plants or, you know, plants that I've been waiting to try to get a hold of, I'm not doing that in the winter. Mostly because I can't get them around here and I have to have them shipped or, you know, something like that. So, all right. That guy's in there. I'm going to get him watered through from the pole, mostly. What else? Do I only have the one other thing to pot up? I guess I do. And I don't know why I was getting ready to cover my soil. The pot is under here. I am just going to take... I just dumped dirt all down my sink. I'm just going to take this planter. No, that's too big. It's for these little Mandula, possibly pearls and jade. I think they're Mandula. Pothos cuttings that have all rooted and are growing. I'm giving them away. I think I already mentioned that. But I think I'm going to pot them in here. No, let's do this square pot because I think I have a cover pot I can give her too. Just because it's a nice thing to do, and I don't use a lot of square pots. Right? It'll look pretty that way. So, yeah. I don't know how well we're going to focus on anything from this far away. But, yeah, that's one. I think there's 2 cuttings in this pot. And then there's one little, nope, 2 or possibly even 3 in this little bitty pot. They're not getting the best attention in these little pots. Oh, that was a node. All right, don't dump that in there. Okay, this is 2. 2. And I'm going to need more soil on the bottom of that. 2 in that one. I'm pretty sure this is 2 in this one. Wow. Like no roots at all? Did I break some? No, I don't see any. I must have been in a hurry to pot these because they aren't very well rooted. Rooting, sure. Oh, I can see where they were growing. Alright, they'll be fine. And then this one here, yeah, it's got some little bitty roots. But I have found that you don't have to worry about swamping these plants quite so much as maybe some other cuttings. This has no root. I can see where one might start. It doesn't look good. I'm not going to pot that. Don't give someone else your problems. That's not polite. Okay. So, and I'm not going to bury any of these too deeply. Like, they're going to be set kind of deep in the pot rather than be in deep soil at the top of the pot. Just to encourage them to grow and not rot or drown. All right, so that's a cute little starter pot of Manjoy. Because I mixed that up. Hold on. Pearls and jade, or Mandula. I'm pretty sure it's all Mandula. Sitting here looking at it. Let me show you closer. That way you can tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm often incorrect. Sorry, this light is really weird today. Yeah, I was going to say enjoy, and I think that's why it came out Manjoy. That's not right. That's not right. All right. But yeah, if I'm wrong, you can let me know. I think that was the last one that I had, right? Everything else over there is just kind of sitting there because it's not happy. I pulled it out of the little greenhouse tent thing to water it. So, all right, we're going to give up on this guy because he was in water first, and then this one might have been Enjoy. I don't know. But yeah, he was in water for a while. Why is this lighting so weird? And then it was in soil for a while and it just never did anything. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess, and I guess I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.